Welcome to Cosmo Talks. I'm Petra. In this episode, we explore when control reduces resilience and how you can be a good host for your microorganisms. Because together, you form a fascinating ecosystem, and when the interaction is right, when the crosstalk functions optimally, you flourish. We want control over our health, over our nutrition, over our environment, so we disinfect, we filter, we control every variable we can control, but what if that control has a price? What if systems that are never challenged lose their ability to handle challenges? Today, the paradox of control. The more you protect, the more vulnerable you become. In 2022, researchers from Stanford published in Science an analysis of how microbial exposure trains the immune system. They discovered that early exposure to diverse microbes, including some we consider dirty, is essential for the development of immune tolerance. Without that exposure, the immune system remains in a state of overreactivity. Children who grow up on farms have significantly fewer allergies and asthma than children in urban, clean environments. Not despite the exposure to stable dust and animal microbes, but thanks to that exposure. Their immune systems have learned what real threats are and what are not. They have undergone calibration through experience. A 2021 study in Nature Medicine went further. Researchers analyzed the microbiome of children with and without allergies. The allergic children were missing certain bacterial strains that are normally acquired early in life through contact with the environment. Those missing strains proved crucial for educating the immune system. Without them, the immune system remained untrained and reacted to harmless substances as threats. This goes beyond allergies. Your entire adaptive capacity is formed by exposure. Your ability to handle stress, your ability to recover from illness, your ability to absorb unexpected disruptions. Systems that are overprotected don't develop those capacities. They remain fragile precisely because they never learn to bend. At Cosmo Group, we saw this pattern in the most controlled lifestyles. People with perfect diets, sterile kitchens, strict supplement protocols, optimal on paper. In reality, often surprisingly vulnerable. A woman we guided had controlled her life down to the detail after an autoimmune diagnosis. No gluten, no dairy, no nightshades, no lectins, no FODMAPs. Everything organic, everything filtered, everything sanitized. Her symptoms had reduced, but her world had shrunk. She couldn't eat anywhere anymore. Every small deviation from her protocol caused reactions. Her system was so conditioned to perfect circumstances that it saw every imperfection as a threat. She hadn't become more resilient. She had become more dependent. We carefully increased her exposure, not by sabotaging her protocol, but by gradually introducing more variation. Small challenges that taught her system to adapt again. It took months, but eventually she could eat at friends' houses again, travel again without panic. Her system had relearned how to bend. She summarized it. I thought control was protecting me, but it made me prisoner of my own rules. The aha moment. Protection and resilience are not the same thing. Protection prevents exposure to challenges. Resilience is the ability to withstand challenges. Too much protection undermines resilience. Your system gets no training. It doesn't learn to adapt. It becomes dependent on controlled circumstances that don't exist in the real world. This doesn't mean you should be reckless. Real dangers deserve protection. But not every bacterium is a danger. Not every variation is a threat. Not every uncertainty requires control.
The art is making distinctions, protect where necessary, expose where the system can learn. The biohack, reduce one form of over-control. Choose this week one area where you perhaps control too much. Your obsessive hygiene, your strict dietary rules, your fear of wrong foods. Let go of something there, not everything, one thing. Eat once something you normally avoid. Leave your hands once without disinfecting after being outside. Allow variation where you normally control. This is not reckless behavior. This is training. You teach your system and yourself that imperfection is not deadly. This was Cosmo Talks. You're not just a body, you're an ecosystem, and every ecosystem can flourish provided you know how to nourish it. Want to discover more? Visit cosmogroup.eu. Until next time.